What's up, gang? It's your boy Allende with Authentic Alphas, and I'm here with this beautiful young lady. What is your name?
Star.
Star?
Yeah.
Where you from, Star?
Miami.
Miami, born and raised?
Yep.
Oh, shit. Okay, how old are you?
I'm 23.
23. Now, you are single, married, divorced?
Single, thankfully. Yeah.
Thankfully.
Yep.
Uh-oh. All right, so we're going to have to get into all of that. What do you do here in Miami?
I rent out cars.
Oh, okay. Like, just typical cars? Or are you doing the whole luxury, the whole exotic car thing?
Typical. Yeah.
Just regular basic cars? So hold on, you work for a rent-a-car company or you just bought cars and rent them out?
I bought cars and rent them out, and I have
What?
a broker. Yeah.
Got an entrepreneur here. Okay, so are you a boss babe? Are you the boss?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
How many do you have on your staff? What's your payroll?
5.
You got 5 employees
Yeah.
at 23.
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay, I think I might be a little bit impressed. And your employees are your age, younger, older?
It's makes older, younger.
Some older, some younger. So tell me a little bit of what it's like being a boss, not only as a female, but of course a young female. What is that experience like?
I mean, it's real. Like it's a hassle. Yeah. Dealing with clients is not too bad.
Hmm.
But it's not. I really prefer it compared to like a 9 to 5. I get to run on my own schedule. I like the cars I have, all of them. They're one of. If
Hmm.
I would personally drive them myself, which is good. But
Okay.
it's a pretty good big step that I did this year, and I really like it.
Okay, that's definitely something to be proud of. Just real quick, what's your favorite vehicle that you own? What's your favorite?
I don't know. I have a Tesla, which I like because
Mhm.
it's economic and you can drive yourself. Electric, perfect. But I like my Lexus because it's a sports car. So
What Lexus?
NX 300.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's nice. I also have a Benz, and the only reason I like that one is because the stars just got added on the roof. So it's
Ah.
really nice. My name
What's
is Star, so
what's the next vehicle you want to pick up to add to your fleet?
I'm probably a convertible, honestly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's fun.
Especially yeah, going into the winter, going into season, you definitely want the convertible. That's gonna
In
be
Miami, yep.
yeah, you want to select that out. That's gonna be rented out. All right, well, let me ask you. Being in charge, do you find yourself being able to do that job and stay within your character, or do you feel like you need to be more assertive than you naturally are?
Definitely more assertive because if you're too chill with stuff, like
Yeah.
people just, they're not gonna take you seriously.
Right,
Which,
right.
at first I tried to be cool, and I mean, I'm cool, but like,
You try to be passive.
but it's just, people like to take advantage of you, and it's like, it's not cool at all.
Mm. So how it is being, the boss, running your business, obviously you're busy. How does that affect your dating life and how do guys feel about you, being a chief?
I don't know how they feel about it. I'm not really looking into dating right now. This
Uh-huh.
is like my first year being single completely. It's just really good. Focused on myself. Got a lot of things done. Which I'm not saying that a relationship
Right.
holds you back.
Hold you back, exactly.
But it's just, I just get to focus on myself more because when I'm in a relationship, I tend to also focus on helping the other person because I'm very caring and stuff like that, which is really good quality, but it's a setbacks. I don't know. It's not really
I
that
think
bad.
that's contingent on the person. I mean, if you got
Yeah.
somebody, you guys have mutual goals, you're working together, you're holding each other down. I don't really see how, in my mind, you would get further ahead
Yeah.
having the right partner. So I feel like if your ex-boyfriend or whatever was making it difficult for you to pursue your goals, that just wasn't the right that wasn't the right fit. That wasn't the right guy, I would say. Um, so you choosing to be single is attached and associated to running a business, or just turned out that way?
I guess no, I was single and then I just chose to pursue this business,
Hmm.
and it was working out for me. I'm enjoying it, and I just don't. I'm not looking for anybody right now because I don't want any issues or something. I'm not expecting that, but I just don't want to.
That just
get
sounds so
into
weird to
it.
me. I'm be honest. When women say that, I'm just like, just seems so weird when they're like, "Oh, I'm not looking for someone because I don't want drama or I don't want issues." It throws me off because I'm thinking to myself, that's not what a relationship is supposed to be anyway. So the fact that so many young women associate relationships with burden, with stress, with drama, with being limited, I don't know. It just sounds kind of strange to me because I feel like that shouldn't be. I feel like that's what comes with a bad relationship, not with relationships in general.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's kind of like, eh. But let's say hypothetically you were interested in seeing guys. What are the type of things that catch your eye, or what are the type of things that you're attracted to? Obviously, you don't have a choice over that.
Yeah, definitely someone who's like intelligent and on their goals and
Mm-hmm.
always, trying to better themselves. They like to try new things, they're spontaneous. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I, I look forward, I look toward that. I mean, for that in a guy. Also, like they have to be funny. I really like that because you can't. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
jokester. I like to goof
Mm-hmm.
around a lot, so I expect
Enjoy the moment.
someone to be like that too.
Okay. You can keep going because I know you guys list gets pretty long. So go ahead.
I mean, yeah, those are the main qualities. I like to. We definitely have to click and stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah, those are the main things.
Women are always looking for some variation of duality. They're always asking for two things that otherwise would conflict with each other. It's like you want a guy that's serious and about business, responsible, on the grind, but also funny, enjoys the moment, spontaneous. It's like, wait, what? But I understand what you're saying, though. I agree. I get it. But I'm just making the point that what women are looking for is always some type of duality. Like, I want him to be a gentleman, but I also want him to be a gangster. It's like, what? I want him to be sensitive and, open and vulnerable, but I also want him to be strong and assertive. It's like, uh, what?
Yeah, balance it good. Like,
Right? I want him to be an alpha, but I want him to act like a simp for me, but only for me. I want him to simp only for me, though.
that would be okay.
That would be
Yeah.
okay too. That'd be good too. All right, no. I like where you're going. All right, so you said that you're born and raised in Miami.
Yeah.
Traveling? How have you done some traveling? Left the country?
I went to Puerto Rico.
Just for a trip though?
Yeah, just I've
What's
been
your
there 3
heritage?
times.
What's your nationality? Where are you from
My
originally?
mom's from Nicaragua.
Uh huh.
Dad's side is Honduran and French.
Have you visited any of those countries?
Nope. I got my passport and then this whole pandemic thing
Ah.
started. So it's not, it hasn't been so good on my part. I've had chances to go to places, but I just don't want to get stuck there. Like
No, I feel you.
the mandates change, and they're not gonna
Mhm.
let anybody back in the country, and I don't know anybody over there.
I always recommend that people go to the country of their heritage, like wherever your parents are from or your grandparents.
I want to.
Go
Yeah,
yeah, go to
That's a
that. Go to
definite
yeah. You
goal.
should definitely go to Nicaragua. I mean, just for the experience and just to get an idea of your culture and your people.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I hate when I've been to someone's country and they've never been.
So you've been to one of those places?
I haven't been to Nicaragua yet, but like I might meet someone that's Italian. And they've like never been to Italy. I'm like, dude, I've been to Italy twice.
Uh,
Like maybe you should. Like if I thought it was an amazing experience and to see the culture and the artifacts and the architecture. Imagine for someone who is Italian and whose parents are like actually from Italy. I think it's very important to go and see where your heritage comes from. So anyway.
yeah, Italy would be amazing too. I mean, I want to go to France. I want to go to all those places.
Yeah, I mean, if your pops is French, yeah, that would be. Does he speak French?
A little bit. I speak it basic.
You speak Spanish?
It's his dad's dad that is French.
Okay. You speak only English, or you also speak Spanish?
They speak Spanish too.
Okay,
Yeah,
so your mom made sure to teach you Spanish.
that was my first language.
They're gonna make fun of you there, though.
Mm.
They gotta tell you
Yeah,
speak
they're
Spanish
gonna
like a
be
gringo.
yeah, I forgot it.
You sell out. Oh my God. All right. So, what are I guess some of the things that you say maybe you miss about being in a relationship? Because you're saying you're not really on that page right now, but what are some of the qualities you miss in being with a guy?
Um,
Be
I
honest
guess
now.
The affection, like
Just the affection.
yeah, it's
Okay.
nice, to go home and sleep with somebody. Like I have my dog, but She's pretty good, but still, it's not the same. Like,
She's admitting she doesn't like sleeping alone.
I don't.
That's as it's expected, I noticed that when I got to about 20, 21, I started realizing the females my age, once they had slept with a dude, it's a game changer. I don't mean sexually. I mean once they've actually spent the night with a guy, it changes everything for them. Because
Yeah.
now it feels like something's missing when they sleep alone.
Yep.
So it's safe to say that women are more comfortable having a man to sleep with at nights.
Yeah, I'll knock out right away too. It's like
That
comfortable.
too,
Like
because
stress
I think
free.
what it is that
Come.
you feel safe.
Yeah.
Subconsciously, you feel safe and relaxed because you're like, all right, and you don't have to sit there and have all these things running through your mind, like, should I have a man?
Yeah. You got me there.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Am I making the right choices? Should I be doing this alone? Okay, so how do you feel about leadership? Do you put any value or stock in a man leading his woman?
I like leadership. Yeah.
You could see yourself taking lead from a man? Like, could you see a man coming in and helping you with your business and being a little bit more aggressive and assertive than you and kind of saying, listen, I think that you need to do this and you should do this and let's do that and so on and so forth?
I guess so. Yeah, we have the same goals, and
Right.
they want to take out some cars too. That'd be pretty good.
I
Honestly.
guess what I'm trying to ask you is it more important to you to be independent and be your own boss, or is getting the best possible results more important to you?
Um, I mean, like getting the best possible results. Yeah.
I mean, it's
That-
safe to answer,
with
honestly,
both-
because
with both,
I
why
personally
not?
could see in certain situations, it's like, listen, I would rather, like as a man, in a lot of situations, I'd rather just be my own boss. Even though I could see working for someone else, I probably would make more or accomplish more. I still would want the peace of mind of being my own boss. You know what I mean? But the question is it the same for you, like as a female?
But like you said earlier, like it'd be good to help each other out, to help each other grow. Like,
course.
whether you want to help me out with my business and I help you out with yours, somehow, some way, I'm gonna help you out, and I know that that'll be that'll be given in return because we're together. Like,
Hmm.
I'm a team player. I'm a leader, but I'm a team player.
Okay,
so
that's what
know-
yeah, that's really what I'm asking. So, okay, I like that. I mean, I like that a lot, actually. So, are your mother and father, were they ever married? Are they married?
Probably when I was a baby. Probably.
Probably? What do you mean probably? You don't know if they were ever married?
Well, they were married, but a long time ago.
You weren't coherent when the breakup took place.
No, I was like 2 or 3.
What's the explanation you were given? None?
Didn't work out. I'm not sure.
Ugh.
It was just, I guess, unfaithfulness going on.
So, what's the relationship with your pops like now? Is your dad still in your life?
Yeah, here and there.
Uh-huh.
Text him happy birthday or see.
But
him
he was there
sometimes.
for you pretty much when you were growing up. Was he accessible to you?
Um, whenever he wanted to see me.
Okay.
So, yeah, he wasn't totally out the picture, but he was. I saw him not that much.
He could have been there more, basically.
Yep.
So, where do you get this mentality to be a team player? Did your mother have another husband? Did she get remarried or something?
She did, but no, that's not the reason why. The team player, I just like to help. I guess I get the characteristic from her, 'cause she always helps
Ah.
everybody too. So she
Nurturing.
helped me. I saw people help her. I was taken care of. Like, there's people around me that have really good hearts and stuff
Okay.
like that.
So, with that being said, do you need a man to come to you already accomplished, already successful? Or are you just as interested, more interested, less interested in a guy that has ambition and potential and is willing to do it together with you to build something together?
It depends on the person, because everybody's different.
Well, no, granted that he's bringing the other attributes that you like. Obviously you find him attractive and stuff like that. He's funny, and spontaneous, all the things that you listed before, but maybe he doesn't already have his own business. Maybe he's, not, gainfully employed. In short, let's say you make more than he makes, but he has ambition and he has potential. Is it automatically a no-go for you, or are you willing to, like you say, help that guy?
mean, there can be definitely we could definitely try to help you out, so, and we can go from there and see how it's working. But you definitely need to have ambition because a lot of people tend to get comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if they just when you first start dating somebody, they give like a little fake kind of.
Right. Yeah.
They try their best in the beginning, and then
Right.
sometimes it's just oh
Yeah, the
whatever,
representative.
like.
Well, I mean, I don't see many guys faking ambition because that's like a long-term kind of thing anyway. Like, if you're trying to convince a girl that you're ambitious and you're gonna accomplish something, that's someone you want to be in a relationship with.
Yeah.
I think the faking is for the guys that just want something short-term. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you never know whether someone really wants a short term or a long term because sometimes they might be telling you, "Hey, I want a long term," and then it ends up as a short term.
Oh.
Because I know plenty of friends.
You can see it in the behavior.
Who have gone through like, oh, the guy tells them, oh, we're gonna be together, and da da da, and then nope, they just switch up. It's something else.
That's words though. They're relying on the words.
And
I think
actions.
people's behavior. Trust me, behavior shows. I mean, if a guy is like buying furniture and shit, there's things that you could tell a guy's trying to invest in a relationship. It's that simple, investment. And I mean, you can also see it with women, and I think a lot of women aren't, doing those type of things. They're not making investments. They're not saying certain things, and I think guys just aren't picking up on it. Like, this girl's already 1 foot out the door, because I think a lot of women are willing to kind of like wait for a guy to establish himself and get his shit together or whatever if they like him. I think what it is that they have a time frame already in their head. Like, there's already an expiration, and they might not be sharing it with the guy. You know what I mean? And when the time starts running out, instead of like basically telling the guy, listen, like, I'm not gonna wait around forever, instead of doing that, they nag. Like, you're just gonna play Call of Duty all day? Or you're just gonna, you see what I'm saying? Like, they nag at the things that he's doing instead of what they think he should be doing, rather than just tell him, like, look, you know what I mean? I'm with you because I'm expecting you to get on your shit and get it done.
Yeah.
And you're here doing all these other things. You're making me uncomfortable. I feel like you're not making the best of your time. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like the women aren't really communicating it, but to their friends, they'll say they feel like he's not moving fast enough or he's not doing what he needs to be doing, and it's making them uncomfortable because they feel like I'm with the wrong guy. I'm wasting my time. This is going nowhere. But they don't tell him that. They just say, why are you playing Call of Duty all day? And then the guy thinks the argument is about Call of Duty. And the argument really isn't about Call of Duty. It's that you're not getting up and making some progress. So you haven't dated much since this last long-term relationship. How long was that?
I think we broke up like last year in like November 30th, around there.
Mm-hmm. But you were together how long?
Around kind of 3 years, because we did have a breakup, kind of like there was a breakup moment for a couple months, and then we got back together, and then we just figured it's not gonna work out.
Wow.
It's not for us.
Trying to do the math. You're 23.
Oh yeah.
Broke up last year, so that would have put you at 22. We're together 3 years. That would have put you 19. So you got with this guy at 19?
Yeah, like 20.
About 20? And prior to that, it was another
Another
long relationship? Even longer?
That was the worst relationship ever.
How long was that?
I think like 4 years on and off, like in between. It wasn't really a relationship. Like, truly, I'm so glad I was able to see, focus on other people besides him, because I just thought, hey, this is the love of my life. Yeah, that was not the love of my life. That was like a joke.
Yeah, but you were pair bonded though.
Huh?
You were pair bonded. Yeah, women are willing to put up with a lot for the first couple of guys they date. All right, so now I'm interested. I'm so interested in like the body count here. It doesn't sound like you've had a lot of experience. So were you seeing other guys during these little breakups, or you just were breaking up, but you weren't seeing you weren't seeing anybody else? You weren't hooking up?
Yeah, I was.
What? You was?
I was hooking up with someone else.
Oh, you was seeing other people?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've been...
Mm-hmm.
All right, just making sure, because for a minute there, it sounded like the body count was extremely low, which is a good thing.
It was still low. It'd be like someone consistently, like
Okay, so you
Me,
just
I'm back,
you
I'm
had a
back
friend
home.
with benefits basically.
Yeah, and it was honestly it was pretty easy going. I
You
kind
had
of
a
wish
dick in a
she.
glass jar, and every time you,
It was like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, slide. Oh,
you're
what are
like,
you
yeah,
doing?
you're like, yeah,
Slide.
we're fighting, we're arguing again. So,
No, I
what are you
wasn't. It
doing?
was never like that.
No, I'm not talking about with the side piece. I'm talking about with the boyfriend. You'd be like, yeah, me and my boyfriend arguing again. So where are you? Where you at? I
No, no,
need you.
no, no.
I need you
Definitely
for a
not like
couple of
that.
days.
There was, but then when I got into my second relationship, the most recent one,
Mhm.
I did, I kind of ignored my friends with benefits, and I was like, oh, I know, like, cause I'm loyal, for definitely loyal. I was like, I'm not gonna see you, but then when we broke up, as soon as we broke up, I was like, hey,
Hey, what's up?
we chilled.
Hey,
and
big head.
And I told him, I was like, listen, I was in a relationship. I had to respect it.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
not-
like, I ain't worried about it as long as you wet now. I ain't worried about it. So she always gonna have somebody on reserve, guys. That's just part of life.
No.
That's part of life.
It's like, it's been lonely. Now that guy has a girlfriend.
Do you ever plan on being married?
Maybe.
Maybe. That's not a plan. There's no maybes in plans. do you want to be married? Yes or no?
I would like to be, but with the way the world is right now, I don't even know.
Yeah, but that
Sorry,
wasn't the
guys.
question. The question was, do you want to be married?
Do I want to? Yeah.
Okay, so you want to be
But-
married.
I don't
You
know.
want to be married. And by what time do you think this needs to take place before you start losing your value?
I'm not trying to rush into getting married or anything. I don't even
All right,
know.
hold on.
what-
Let's try.
what-
Hold
No,
on.
I thought as a kid I would be married by this age, be all good, stuff like that. You know, I could be married, but I don't want to be like stuck in a little contract with somebody who isn't on the same terms as me,
All
isn't
right.
faithful, isn't whatever. Like I don't.
Don't let your faith or your like what you think might happen, how much confidence you have in something happening, don't let that contaminate the answer to the question. So the question wasn't, do you think you'll ever get married, or do you ever think you'll find a guy good enough? No, that's not the question. The question was, do you want to be married? And you
Yeah.
said yes. The next question was, at what age do you think you're going to start losing value? In other words, in what age do you think that your options in a husband are going to reverse? They've already peaked, and now your options are getting lesser for a valuable husband. No. It's not on what you think you're going to get and the way things are going and the way society and the options. No. As a female, you're 23. At what age do you think you're going to start declining? Meaning you've already got to the best that you're going to be, and from this point on, you're less
I just
attractive.
keep getting better. No, I just keep getting better. You see my mom, she looks like my sister. I'm pretty
That's
good.
not the point. Okay, so you're trying. How old is your mom? Let's try this. How old is your mom?
40.
40 what?
What?
Your mom's just 40.
Yeah.
Okay, so your mom had you at 17?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so your mom's 40. You're telling me that your mom looks better at 40 than she did at 23?
Well, obviously she looked better, but she still looks beautiful. Like, it's crazy. She still looks young.
The way women answer questions is just, it's so
It's true.
adorable.
If
It's
you
adorable.
See my mom, if you saw
Yes,
her-
but it's besides the point. The question that I asked was it's very specific. At what, okay, let's not use you. Let's use your mom. At what age did your mom start becoming less attractive than her peak? Like, at what age was your
Honestly,
mother
I
the
feel like
most
she
beautiful?
Would even find anybody now as she did back then. She's very beautiful. Like she's beautiful inside and out.
Ugh,
So I
God
carry her
damn.
same characteristics, and yep. So I don't know what age, because I don't ever believe I'm gonna decline, and like, oh, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be married by 30. Let's say 30. Is that a simple thing? Here you go.
Ugh,
Even
damn.
if I wasn't married after 30, I think I could still get married.
I
Like,
don't know. I don't know.
I could get married
Like, you guys
by the
make
end
like,
of this year if I wanted to, but I'm not
Oh,
gonna
man.
do that.
Well, women make the simplest questions so complicated. It's like, God damn it, bro. Oh my God, like this woman, she looked her best at 25. That's it. Question answered. She looked her best at 25. That means 26. She didn't look as good as she looked at 25, but 24, she also didn't look as good as she did at 25. So 25 is when this female looked her best. That's it. Case closed. Right? And every year thereafter, she's
But people don't
however
even
much
marry
less
on
attractive.
just looks, you know, like and
Yeah, I
I
understand that, but the question was very specific. So, okay, the answer was 30. You
when
think
do you think I'm gonna start getting ugly?
no, that's not what I said. That's what women hear. They always hear something that's like emotionally charged. You know, it's really hard for
Well,
them
you
to just
said
stick to
devalued, like undervalued, like
no,
basically,
no,
yeah, like
no.
people
All of
aren't
this,
gonna
no,
value
no,
you,
no. All
like-
this stuff that you're doing is extra because the question was very specific. At what point have you reached your peak? It's that simple. If I'm talking about an athlete and his rookie year he scored whatever, but then the next year he scored more, and then 3 years later he was averaging the most points of his career, but then the year after that he averaged less points. It's really easy to see where his peak was. You get it? Like 4 years into your career is where you peaked. You scored the most points per game at that age. After that, it started declining. And then eventually he got old, he aged out, he retired. There's a new player there now. That's life. But for women, for whatever reason, they can't just answer these simple fucking questions because, I don't know, I guess they don't want to accept that to themselves.
But it's not a
but-
simple question. It's just a very like
no,
it's
no.
very vague. It
I made no, no,
doesn't-
no. I made it very simple. I said, at what age do you think? Doesn't mean you have to be 100% accurate. It means at what age do you think needs to be the deadline on which
But
you
you're saying what I think, and I don't believe that there is going to be a deadline. But you're asking me what I think, so I'm answering your question. So
Well, that's another common issue with women is that they think that they're not going to age out, which is just ridiculous because of course you're going to age out. But that's just a ridiculous thing to think that you have all the time in the world. Like, we live in a world where things are time sensitive. How could you say no? I just gave you a reference using an athlete. Do you think it's not time sensitive for an athlete? You think a guy can be 35 and decide he wants to go to the NBA? Doesn't work that way. He would have had to have gone to the NBA in his early 20s. That's when they draft players into the NBA. That's the time frame in which that happens. So it's time sensitive. If he doesn't make the cut by a certain age, at some point in time, he has to give up on his pipe dream. At some point in time, he has to say, you know what? If I haven't made it by now, I'm not gonna make it because the opportunities and the options are becoming less now than they were. So if I haven't already done it, it's becoming less and less likely that I will as time moves forward. Now, don't confuse what I'm saying because women like mix it up. I'm not saying you can't get married older. I'm not saying you can't get married later. What I'm trying to say is your options aren't going to be better later than sooner. That's what I'm trying to say. So the guys that would be interested in marrying you, they would be more interested as you're younger. As you get older, the interest obviously would become less.
yeah, right.
Can you see how that would be likely? Can you see how guys would be like, I would prefer to marry a woman when she's younger?
Yeah, they prefer to marry again or something probably. Yeah. I don't know. Let's say 25. Simple answer. There you go.
Well, in my opinion, 25 is the perfect age for modern women to be getting married. But obviously, they're not going to agree with that. They're going to say, "I don't know, I got time, and I'm not ready to get married." Like, okay, that's a bunch of me shit, though. That's not taking into consideration the husband. The guy that would marry you, he would like to have you when you're, you know what I'm saying? Not even at your prime. Theoretically, he would like to have you a little bit before your prime because he's marrying you. So he would like to spend the best years of your life with you as his wife. He doesn't want to wait until after you've already given that to the world, given that to whoever. So you're 23, you're still, in a very good place, right? But let's say a guy that would have really liked your personality and all that type of shit. Let's say he meets you at 30, right? No matter how in love with you he is, he has to accept that you already gave your prime to someone else. Let's say you start dating a dude now, 23. Let's say you date him until you're 27, and then you break up, and then you meet another guy you start dating, you get married at 29. Wonderful, congratulations, I'll throw some rice around, but that guy has to know in the back of his mind that the dude that had you before him, that's the guy that had you in your best years. It is what it is.
Makes sense.
It is what it
You
is.
get better. You just keep getting better.
No, you don't
Honestly,
get better.
mentally
No,
and
you
stuff
don't get
like
better.
that.
You
You can. What,
you might get smarter. You might
So you're gonna marry based on looks? Because that's. I mean.
I'm sorry to tell you that that's a huge part of it for men. Just like you could sit here and say to women all day long, oh, so you're just gonna get married for money? Oh, that's fucked up. You're just gonna get married for money. Well, that's a major component for a female, is that the guy can provide for her and her children. She's literally wired that way. And guess what? Men are wired to look for girls that are young and beautiful. And it's for the same damn reason, because it's what's best for the offspring. It's what's best for the children. The women want someone that's strong, and he can provide, and he can protect, because it's not only her she has to take into consideration, it's also her children. Okay? And the guy, he wants the girl to be young and beautiful, because those are signature traits of someone that's healthy, has good genetics, and can produce healthy children. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's the same reason why we're wired that way. It's just the different sides of the coin. So a woman has to make sure, like, okay, if I have a baby with this guy, can he protect us? Can he provide for us? And a man has to make sure that if I'm going to go through the trouble of protecting and providing for these individuals, that they're going to be healthy, and they're gonna make it. Does a guy really want to invest in a child that's going to be weak, or is going to be deformed, or have some type of disease or
Yeah, but that's
disabled?
not always something you can just. You know.
Yes, I understand that, but when women get older, they become more at risk for these things. So all I'm trying to say is there's a biological reason why we're wired the way we are. It's not that we're just shallow. Even if a woman is gorgeous at 38, she is at risk for a lot of birth defects within her children because of the age that she is. So the guy would be irresponsible having the baby with the 38, 39-year-old rather than having the baby with the 25, 26-year-old. That's all I'm saying. Just like a woman would be irresponsible having a baby with a guy just based on his looks, and he doesn't have any money, he can't provide for them, he can't support them. That would have been irresponsible. See what I'm saying? So if you're struggling because you had a baby with a broke dude, it's the same as if you're struggling, feeding a 12-year-old because he has Down syndrome. But you had a baby with a 42-year-old. And the doctor told you that, hey, at her age, you might be at risk for some birth defects. You were like,
But they're in love. Like,
I'm thinking positive, and we're in love. You think love is going to prevent the Down syndrome?
I mean, you run tests for it. The baby.
Yeah, the
born.
same tests that tell you that she's at risk.
Yeah, but at that point, what can you do? This is a whole different conversation.
No, what I'm saying is that's why men are attracted to younger women. That's the point I'm trying to make.
There's still a bunch of women that they've been trying for years, and maybe they're, it's like every situation is different, and they feel like.
Yeah, but you're talking about these very small minority, which is another thing I find adorable when women do it. They're always like looking at the exception. I'm talking about generally speaking.
It still counts. Like, it's still in the.
Yes, but
circle.
why would you play life based on the minority? Why would you play life based on
I know
an
some young
exception?
people that have had kids that have these it's not these things. It could be any age, it could be anybody, it could be genes, it could be whatever. You could be 26, you could be 22, you could be 32, you could be 40.
I get it. I get
it's
what you're saying, but
rare.
I'm talking about the likelihood. Woman is older, then she's more likely for these things. I'm not saying it won't happen to a young woman. I'm saying it's more likely to happen when a woman's older. Just like diet is taken into consideration. If a woman smokes while she's pregnant, it's not a guarantee her babies are going to have a defect, but it's a hell of a lot more likely. That's all I'm saying. So if a guy is like, I don't like the fact that a chick smokes cigarettes, and I don't like the fact that she drinks a lot, or I don't like the fact that she does that, that concern might be biological. And in her head, she's thinking, but you smoke cigarettes. And she's not understanding how it's not the same for her as a female to smoke cigarettes and for him as a male to smoke cigarettes. He doesn't actually get pregnant. We're not the same. We're not the same is all I'm saying. And we're wired to look out for certain things, subconsciously. That's all I'm saying. So it's a reason why majority of men prefer women to be not only attractive, but younger. And that's also why guys will have no problem hooking up with older chicks. Guys will have no problem sleeping with women that are over 35. Now, ask them how comfortable they are with marrying women over 35. And like you said, it becomes a different conversation. Just like women don't have a problem hooking up with guys just because they're very attractive. Now ask those women to marry those guys just because they're attractive. You see how it becomes a different conversation? It's different. Oh, he's tall, he's handsome, he's sexy, but he makes $45K a year. She doesn't want to marry that. So she'll date those type of guys, she'll sleep with those type of guys, but when she's ready to get married now, she's marrying a guy that's 40 something, he's short, he's balding, and it's like, what the fuck just happened? Those aren't the type of guys that she dates. Yeah, but that guy's making $200K a year. You see what I mean? So she'll marry that short balding guy making $200K a year, but she wouldn't marry the guys that she was hooking up with that were 6'1", making $45K a year. Why? What just happened? So it's the same thing with the guy. The guy, he might hook up with girls that are 38, 39, but he's not marrying them, though. He'll marry a chick that's 24 and quote unquote has nothing going for her. Because that's what women will say. Women will be like, I have my own business and I'm this and I'm that, and he's gonna go marry a little Tatiana that doesn't have anything going for her? What she has going for her is her youth. That's what she has going for her. How could that not register to you? Because you're valuing her based on your terms as a woman. So as a woman, you think you're better than her because you have more money and you own businesses and you're accomplished and all this other shit. But as a man, he's valuing the one that's younger and more beautiful. He doesn't care that she has less money and less degrees and all that other shit. For what he's interested in, she's the better pick. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's just the way that it is. And I think things will be a lot better when you just kind of accept that and factor it into your planning. So I say all of this as to say, I commend you because you're doing your business thing and you're bossed up and you're independent. But we both agree that that doesn't take away your desire to be with a man. Correct?
No, but I'm not really focused on living right now.
I understand that. But the mistake that I'm trying to get you to take into consideration so that you can avoid this mistake is thinking that you have time. Just because you're not thinking about a relationship right now, you're not thinking about dating right now, there will come a time when you will. When business is great and you're older and now you're looking for satisfaction in your life and you want to be gratified and all this type of shit, when that time comes, you're going to be rushed now.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, right? Because I was dating people that, not.
You can't be positive about your future based on your past, sweetheart. How many times have you been 30?
No.
You've never been 30, right?
No.
Okay, so you don't know 30-year-old Star.
No.
You don't. You know 18-year-old Star, 19, 20-year-old Star, 22-year-old Star, 23-year-old Star. You don't know 30-year-old Star. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And I get the same pushback from women. So I'm not taking it personal because like almost every woman responds the way you respond. And I always think it's so funny because y'all really think that you know how you're going to be thinking and feeling 5-6 years from now. I have a better idea how you're going to think and feel in 6 years than you do. Why?
Well,
because
5 years
because
ago, I think
why?
way better
Because
now.
I'm the age of your mom. So that means I'm old enough to have seen your mom go from 23 to 40. You're not. So I've seen plenty of women say the shit that you're saying now, and then 5-6 years later, they're saying something different and they're miserable because they weren't taking this shit into consideration at the time that they had to think about that. The time when they were supposed to think about it, they were so focused on being happy and single and free and doing their own thing and traveling or starting a business or going to school. They were so focused on those things, and that's fine and dandy. But like we also established already, having a man does not interrupt your plans and your business. It only does if you let it. If you pick the wrong person, they might subtract from your life. If you pick the right person, they're going to add to that. So all I'm trying to say, but we're going to wrap it up now. The one thing I want you to take from this is don't sideline building a healthy relationship with a man to focus on yourself simply because you're not ready for the commitment now. So find some type of healthy medium, find a compromise. 'Cause I guarantee you, as time goes on, you're going to want that companionship. You're going to want that partner more and more, and it's going to be less and less available to you. I'm not saying that men aren't going to still find you attractive. I'm not saying guys aren't going to still ask you out. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is for you to get the best scenario in marriage, you're going to have to start thinking about it, meeting people, getting to know somebody. Meanwhile, while you're working on your business. Fair enough?
I do that, but I'm not like nobody has really caught my interest like that.
Okay, just
It's
don't
I'm
close
not
any
pushing
doors.
It away. I'm
Right.
not closing
Okay,
any
good.
doors, but I just haven't found anybody like
Just
that.
keep in mind you're
You know?
on a time frame. That's all I want you to know.
Don't even know what time it is because I can't see it.
9:19. All right, so that's it. We're gonna wrap it up, guys. We're gonna wish Star the best. Hopefully,
Thank you.
Hopefully, she falls in love with some guy and
Hopefully.
gets married and starts renting out big wheels. Yeah.
Yep, that's that's what I hope for. It'll
All right.
happen. Just manifest that.
Peace. We're out of here.